Hi, it's Alexei Shulin, and today I will be sharing the information on the differences between penetration test, vulnerability assessment, vulnerability management, and continuous monitoring. A lot of people ask me the question, what is the difference? And at the same time, they may even use these terms interchangeably. So the first thing first, penetration test is an attack on a computer system with a view to find the weakness and get the data. In a way, we just need to find only the weakest link in a chain to get the job done. Usual example will be to find the answer in the question, how secure is our customer database? We just need to find one weakness and get the data. We don't have to find all vulnerabilities across the estate. Second, vulnerability assessment is the process of identifying vulnerabilities in systems across organization. It is a snapshot at the time which provides us the view on how good we are or bad, how vulnerable is our systems. Then we look at vulnerability management, which is a practice of systematically identifying and remediating vulnerabilities. We can look at creating multiple vulnerability assessments all the time and remediating it. So it is a continuous process of identifying, remediating. Can have only 2 steps, can have 5 and more steps in the process. What it helps us to find is the answer not only on the question how vulnerable are we, how many vulnerabilities do we have, but actually track the changes at the time and provide us the view how successful is vulnerability management, how good is the job that we do. For example, we can find 1,000 vulnerabilities today, and in a month's time we will find 1,200. So there's an increase of 200 vulnerabilities. By looking at only this data, we can think, okay, changed. But how good is the process? Did we fix any vulnerabilities in the meantime? What vulnerability management helps us to do is to find the answer of how many of them did we fix. We may be fixing 500 vulnerabilities a month, so it's a huge task. Then we look at continuous monitoring. Continuous monitoring helps us to find new vulnerabilities in the systems. It finds the delta between the last scan and the current scan. If we find vulnerability, we get an alert which buys us time to fix the problem. In a way, what happens is our systems are continuously scanned by bad guys. They have to go under the radar to stay undetected. If we go and find it quicker, then we have a gap in time which allows us to actually remediate vulnerability. As a summary, we look at penetration test as a very specific task. It's a narrow point. Then we can identify vulnerabilities by running vulnerability assessment. We find them across the organization. And vulnerability management is actually goes and complete the full cycle of vulnerability management by identifying those new vulnerabilities, remediating them and tracking the progress. Continuous monitoring helps us to find only new vulnerabilities and usually at very specific systems. So when we have the alert, we have the time to fix the problem before it is identified by a bad guy. Thank you for watching.